and do a quick screen share and we will get started. All right, this is week 3 of our onboarding classes, so we're going to jump into it. So this week we're going to talk about the orbicularis oculi, also known as the crow's feet, so we're going to review that. Then we're also going to go over how to sign your chart at the end of the month. We're also going to go over how we no longer accept cash. It's either Venmo or Zelle only, and I have those accounts on here so you can jot that down so you can have it for quick reference. And then also we're going to go over Care Credit and Cherry. They're alternative methods to for patients to pay. And then we have our marketing ideas and homework. Okay, so like I said, we are going to get started on the orbicularis oculi muscle. This is also known as the crow's feet. Click on this and it's going to open up another page for me. So think back to training, the crow's feet, it is considered a medium muscle group. So that means it can handle 5 fluid units into each injection point. And just to recap, the fluid units only work when you reconstitute Botox and Jeuveau at 2.5 and Dysport at 3 mLs. So remember, I called it a medium muscle group, and we're going to be treating this orbicularis oculi muscle. So God made the orbicularis oculi muscle a depressor muscle group. It pulls in. So whenever we paralyze it, remember that it does the opposite. So it's going to elevate and open up. It will also kind of get rid of these lines over on the side, and that's what people are referring to as their crow's feet. Those form because that constant motion of that orbicularis oculi muscle pulling down from squinting and talking and smiling, all of those things. So when we paralyze it, the goal is to get rid of that resting stasis, but also it will get rid of some of those dynamic lines as well. So if you're going to be using Dysport, remember Dysport is it's super easy ratio and super easy to translate from the regular units to the Dysport units. So it's 5, 5, 5 fluid units and Dysport units. They're the exact same thing. If you're using Botox or Jeuveau, you would still put in 5, 5, 5 fluid units, but then when you go to chart an aesthetic record, you would chart 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You do want to make sure that you stay 1 centimeter lateral of that lateral canthus. So I typically use my pinky as a good gauge or measuring tool to make sure that I am staying that 1 centimeter outside of that lateral canthus. The purpose of that is, one, the muscle gets really, really superficial there, but also there's some smaller muscles around the eye that if you paralyze can cause the patient to have some double vision and a little bit of vertigo. So you really do want to make sure that you stay that 1 centimeter out. So looking at this particular patient, you can see whenever she smiles, it's about 1 centimeter out from the top. I always kind of tell people, as far as your pattern, you want to point towards the ear. So the arrow points towards the ear. It doesn't point towards the eye, it points towards the ear. So you kind of have that good kind of V pattern. And the top and the bottom injection points, they actually sit on top of each other. So that's kind of a good reference point too. So those sit on top of each other, and then the one in the middle, that's going to be pulled out slightly. Any questions on the orbicularis oculi?
No.
Excellent. And whenever you are injecting, I don't love this picture because they are actually taking the needle towards the eye. You always want to do it away from the eye because you don't want the fluid going towards the eye. You want it to go away from it. So always make sure that you're injecting away from the eye, or you can also go up at a 90-degree angle and kind of hit it that way as well. You don't want to go too low whenever you are injecting the crow's feet, because if you do, you can accidentally hit this little muscle right here and it will drop the patient's cheek. So that's why that you never want to go medial of the lateral canthus, meaning you don't want to go on the inside, but you also don't want to go lower than that 1 centimeter rule because that will help keep you safe so you don't accidentally drop that patient's smile. Okay, now we're going to go over how to sign a chart. So we've already kind of talked about how you chart, how you charge the patient, how you do traceability, how you do your assessment. Now we're going to talk about how you sign your charts at the end of the month. This has to be done every single month. And this is where you will send your charts to your supervising physicians because they will co-sign all of the charts. Remember at MFL, we have the supervising physicians co-sign 100% of the charts. Per the state of Texas and some of the other states, I believe it's only like 10% for some states and maybe 20% for others, but we do 100%. So I'm going to walk you through how you do that. Open up another page and we're going to go over into aesthetic record. When you sign a chart, it does have to be done on a browser. It cannot be done on the app. Okay, so just like your stock transfers, it's done on a browser. Co-signing your charts also has to be done on the browser. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in. And once you log in, it's going to take you to your dashboard. You're going to go over here to provider's room. Again, you will do this at the end of every single month. We do have a graphic for you as well to kind of walk you through what has to be done at the end of the month. But you'll go over to provider's room. And then you're going to see cosmetic procedures. You do want to make sure that you have cosmetic procedures highlighted. If you do accidentally have the health procedures, you typically won't have anything in there. So make sure you are on the cosmetic procedures. So you can see these are all of the charts that I still have to forward to my supervising physician. So it makes it super easy because if there's an X, there's obviously still some things that you have to do. So I have several X's. Nobody tell Dr. Smith. Let's see which ones I'm missing over here. Oh, prescription, ignore that. They must have just added that. So you don't worry about prescription. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. Okay, so everything is green, is check marked except for the prescription. Please ignore that tab. That is actually brand new. So all of mine are green. So it's going to be super easy to do. I actually want to sign this one and I want to sign this one. So then I'll go up here. Once I've done that, I have two selected. I can click on action and then I'm going to click sign and send to MD. And this is my signature. Your supervising physician will automatically pop up. So you should not have to go in and select different one, okay? Because it is assigned to you. And I'm going to complete. And now those charts have been sent. You can select all of them at one time once they're complete, or you could also do one at a time as well. So let me find one that has everything done. I can show you. Here we go. Okay, so this particular patient, everything is done. Go back up here, select, and sign and send to MD, and complete. So super simple to do. Again, you are going to do that at the end of every single month. And that is where on that graphic for end of month things, it says to sign all of your charts. And that is what we mean. Again, that has to be done from the browser, not from the app. So very similar to traceability. Any questions on how to sign a chart? Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to talk about cash. So we took a poll and the majority of the injectors actually wanted us to go cashless. They no longer wanted us to accept cash. And they just said that it was pretty difficult to get to a bank to drop the cash off. So we just tried to streamline everything, and that was per the request of the injectors. So we are officially cashless. However, we still accept Venmo or Zelle. So if a patient does want to Venmo you, they can Venmo the company, or if they want to use Zelle, they can Zelle the company as well. So go ahead and take a quick screenshot. The Venmo one is pretty self-explanatory. It's at myfacelady.com, or it's at myfacelady. And then the Zelle one is the email is pay@myfacelady.com. It does ask for an email. So those are the two ways that patients can pay if they do want to use quote unquote cash, but we no longer accept cash in hand. Okay, we also have the ability to accept Care Credit and Cherry. So Cherry is super simple. It's fully integrated into aesthetic record. You can actually apply for the patient right on AR during their procedure. So it's very easy. You simply just click on Cherry and you can walk through everything. I have never seen someone not be approved. So it's super simple to do. Care Credit, it is a two-step process. So you do have to go actually you'd click on Care Credit. in AR, and then you would kind of fill everything out. The second portion of that is you actually have to go into the care credit system, but Bernard does that for you. So please don't worry about that. Okay. So Bernard does the care credit for you. You just need to make sure that you fill out all of that information so that he can go in and access it. They typically have a card that they can use, and you will actually simply just type in their card number for that. So very, very simple. You can also go and do it right then and there. And here's a quick video of how to do this with a graphic. So you simply go to carecredit.com, and then you go to this website. You click on Pay Now, and then you go to the next screen, fill out all of the patient's information. And then from there, you're going to select the promo that you want, and then review, confirm, and then AR will simply do it through care credit, and then we get paid on the back end. So super simple as well, fully integrated as far as the first part. And then the second part is where you actually have to go into the carecredit.com. Bernard has been doing that for us. So again, you don't have to worry about it, but if the patient wants you to do it right then and there, they can. Okay, now let's talk about marketing. So this week you are going to do 2 salon reach outs. Okay, so we haven't really kind of talked about these yet. So once you get out of your probationary period, you have the ability to partner with salons. And a salon does not mean a hair salon. It can be any type of salon or office. We have a few dentist offices that we partner with. We have a couple of primary care doctor offices. We have some physical therapy. We have lots of estheticians. We have a couple of hair salons. I think I have a physical therapist. I mean, there's lots of different types of salons that you can do. If you do have a salon that is interested, then you simply put them in contact with Ashley. It's a really simple process. She'll kind of walk them through everything. They get paid per procedure that we do. So a neurotoxin procedure, they get paid $20, and for a filler procedure, they get paid $40. Essentially, we're renting out their space for us to do that procedure. So I have several salons that we pay, $1,000 to $2,000 a month, quote unquote, rent to. So it makes it super easy for them because that chair was not going to be used. It's a great way for them to offer an additional service to their patients or to their clients in a way that is safe and compliant. And then also you get additional patients and additional network that you can tap into. So this week, you are going to reach out to 2 salon accounts, okay? So you're going to go out there and just start talking to them and see if they're interested. So reach out to 2. Then you're also going to post on social media 2 times. The first one is going to be a before and after for crow's feet. And then I have a graphic where it's a flat $145 if they use Jeuveau. Especially if they do it at the end, by the end of February, because we have that promo going. But after February, if you do the 12 units and then you give them the $40 with a $25 consultation fee, it will be pretty close to $145. I think it might be $144.50 or something like that. But I have a graphic for you, so I'm going to post that onto the Facebook page. And then the second one is going to be an education post about resting stasis. Okay, super simple. I have this graphic for you as well. So I'm going to post both of these graphics for you in the Facebook page. You simply just have to grab them and then put them on your social media page. And then finally, you're going to continue doing your social media following. You're going to add 2 more people. You're going to do Professor Codafana. He is kind of the anatomy guru. He does a lot of cadaver lab and cadaver dissection. So he is incredibly intelligent, and he does some pretty amazing things on his page. And then the second one is going to be Dr. Tim Pierce. He does a lot of education posts. I would not recommend paying for any of his additional classes. You can get a lot of information just from his free page, but just know that he does do some paid ones. They're okay, but I'm always here for free education. So he does do a lot of free education on there as well. All right, so this will be the graphic that you will post, but I will simply put that in Facebook for you, so you will have it in the page. And then this week, our Our magic word is going to be, let's have it be, beautiful disport. Okay, so that will be for your Google form. It'll be beautiful disport. That's the code word for this week. So please make sure you fill out your Google form and do all your homework. And I will see you all next week. Y'all have a good week. Bye, ladies.
Bye bye.